guys, welcome to my channel, The Black Unicorn. I'm Lesia75, The Black Unicorn, and I'm here to talk to you today about how I repatriated to Africa. I'm excited to share my story quickly. I have other videos talking about it more in depth, but I'm doing a quick video for you now for those of you who are thinking about it and just don't know how to get started. So I'm just going to tell you how I did it. And basically what I started to do is that I knew about 10 years ago that I wanted to move to Africa. But at that time, my children were still in school. They were in high school, middle school, respectively at that time. And then life goes on, you know, career moves happen, relationship things happen, family things happen, and then excuses start to be made. 3 years ago, when Agent Orange got elected as president, that for me was a turning point. And it also was a turning point in my career-wise because I wasn't happy because I was just dealing with too much nonsense from incompetent, stupid people. Best way for me to put it. If you want the lowdown on that, you have to go out and check out the other video. I'll try to link it up there in that suggestion card so that you can see why I moved to Ghana. And that literally is the title of the video. But I decided that I needed to move, and I wanted to go to Africa straight, but then I didn't know if I could adjust well. I didn't know if I could find a job. I didn't know if I should be finding a job. So instead of coming to Africa, I went to Germany. And I know, big difference. Some of y'all are like, what? But you have to remember, our repatriation stories, mine, yours, another YouTuber, another person you may know, another person that might have been in Ghana for 30 years, each and every one of us has a unique repatriation story of how we got here. So I went to Germany, stayed in Germany for 2 years, or almost 2 years, and then decided to make that leap and come to Ghana. I visited Ghana in August of 2019. I had planned to visit 3 countries and then make a decision. I visited Ghana and something touched my soul, and I don't know how to explain that to you. You know what I mean when you come to the continent and it hits you. The closest thing I can explain it is like love. You don't choose who you fall in love with, it just happens. And that's exactly what happens when you hit the continent and you know you found your place. Ghana is my place. So the steps I took before I repatriated is that I started reaching out to people in my field that were based in Ghana. I started going to conferences that were related to doing investment in Ghana so that I can meet like-minded professionals. For me, I'm in the tech field and fintech. So there is a conference that happens yearly. I hope it still happens now that the COVID kind of has been raging, but it's called Tech in Ghana. They have a small conference that they have in London and another one that they have here in Accra, Ghana. I went to that, made some great contacts. There's also a bunch of other conferences that you can go through that have investment opportunities in Africa, for Africa. And that's a good way, even if you're not ready to invest, it's a good way for you to start syncing with and building relationships with people on the ground in Africa that are in your same profession or in the profession that you're interested in going into. And this is really for people who are skilled professionals who are able to come over to Ghana or come over to Africa and make an impact. And I say that because you shouldn't come to Africa broke. I know other people are saying things to you guys, you shouldn't do that. That's the dumbest move ever. You should be mindful, know how things work, know where you can live, how much is it to rent, how much is it to buy land and to build a house, how much is it for schools, if you have to send your children to schools, do you want to send your children to school? You got to know a series of things before you get here. But for me, since when I finally made my repatriation move, both my children are now adults, living their own lives happily in the States. You know, so I can make this move by myself. So for me, it was extremely important to have a professional connection because I was coming to Ghana, not really knowing too many people. So that was part of my process. So I spent a whole year before I even came to visit Ghana. I spent a whole year before I even came to live in Ghana, networking. And that was one of the ways I did it, by going to conferences. Now, the conferences I went to were in London and in Paris, and in Berlin, but that's just because I was based in Germany at the time. If you're based in the United States, there's a lot of conferences specific for investing in Africa and investing in Ghana. Right now, I just can't remember the names of the conferences, but that's your job to research and do your work. And this is true whatever field you're in. You don't have to be in the tech field or fintech space. You could be in any professional area, and there's going to be some kind of network group of professionals that are part of that same industry, that either work in Ghana, have their businesses in Ghana, or are part of a multinational with a setup here in Ghana, which will help give you that network, and you want to have that network. There's other ways for you to network as well. You guys need to figure out how to do that, but this is could be helpful for those of you who are at a professional point in your life. Those of you who just graduated from college or have been working for a few years but don't have like 20 years of experience like I do, you can come too, because you do have fresh experience of what's happening on the market in your industry. You have drive and motivation, at least I hope you do, and you should have this want and this ability to say, I want to do this on my own and I don't want to work for anybody else, I want to work for myself. If that's you, you would do well here too. So that's part of like how I repatriated, because I was planning. Now, for me, planning is important. So I got my network together. I knew I had to come and take a visit, so I bought a ticket. And then I started going on YouTube, watching all kind of videos about where people stayed, how does Airbnb work in Africa, does it work, you know, stuff like that. So I booked my hotel and my Airbnb, because I split my stay between a hotel and an Airbnb. And I came for 14 days, 16 days, something like that. I came for a little over 2 weeks, let's put it that way, when I did my first visit. So I had my network already in place. I had my first visit. When I got here, I set up meetings with people from that network once I was here to meet with them. And I also attended a conference here while I was here, and I planned my visit so that it aligned with that particular conference. So like I was on it, y'all. Where will you live and how will you live? Do you have to live and have the same amenities that you had in the West? And if that's the case, how much is the cost of living in a place that you want to go to? So here in Accra is the capital city here in Ghana. And so it's expensive. You know, it's not as expensive as, let's say, Lagos, Nigeria, but it's damn sure getting close. And if you are interested in living the same way you do in the West with all the amenities, you're going to pay Western standard prices. For me, I was willing to stay cheaper so I can stretch my budget. But there are consequences that come with that. Please check out Ratchet Rentals. I did a card for you for that. And then you'll find out what happens when you go cheap. So you have to be aware of the things you're getting into. But I did a lot of research. I researched the industry. I research the companies that are here that I might want to work with and not work for, but work with. I researched the growth of the middle class. I researched the economy. I researched the political stability here, because for me, political stability was everything. I don't want to be somewhere where there's some terrorist attacks or some craziness that's beyond corruption or bribery. I don't want any of that. So for me, I researched all these things. If you're coming with children, I highly recommend you research the schools. You become part of forums and groups on Facebook or other social medias like Instagram and YouTube, and start asking questions for people who have parents and have their kids in schools or are homeschooling. You need to find out these things, because as a parent myself, if I'm taking my children with me to a foreign country, like I've done this before, I'm not just going to immediately put my kids in their school because I don't know what they're teaching, how they're teaching it, what their discipline is. I'm homeschooling. Period. But for everyone else, you need to find these things out if they are important to you. And also, you have to come with an open mindset. You can't come saying you're going to change how things work here and how things are. So when you're repatriating back, you have to do your research, make connections, have a network, and start planning. I don't know if everyone's a planner, but in order to be successful, you're going to have to be able to plan things out and be able to have a budget in which you can stick to, because you don't want to run out of money when you come to Africa. So you need to be wise with the decisions that you make, and then just do it. Don't make excuses. Don't say, I'm waiting to 2022. I'm waiting to 2023. I'm waiting till I retire. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for that. You know what? You're going to wait so long and you're going to miss your opportunity to come, and you damn sure are going to miss the opportunity to build something amazing for you and your family, which means that you're going to miss your opportunity of having generational wealth and a legacy here in Africa for all your Black family back in the West. So all I can say to those of you who want to repatriate, do it. Start making your plans, get your passport, buy your ticket, stop making excuses, and just do it. The first step is visiting. Come and visit. Come and visit. You also can be part of the Black Unicorn Academy. I created the Black Unicorn Academy to make sure that people who want to repatriate, especially here to Ghana, know how to do it. Understand what they're getting into. In the Academy, we go through living, moving, investing, and building in Ghana. And it's relevant to other African countries as well, but the main focus is on Ghana because that's where I'm at. In that, you get content that you cannot get from me on YouTube. All the content is video content, but I also provide resources, get things in order and become more organized, and just understand the things that you need to know along the way so you can repatriate successfully. So you can just go to theblackunicorn.org. I think I put a card there and maybe something down here that lets you click on it. Go to theblackunicorn.org and sign up for the Black Unicorn Academy. You know, it can be very beneficial to you, and you can be part of the community that we're building of like-minded B1 individuals who are ready to come back to Africa, do some great things, but want to be prepared, not caught off guard, and ready for that next chapter in their life. Okay, guys, I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to bring you some more content like this that will hopefully help you in your journey of repatriating to Africa. Bye.